Hello, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. This is the time-lapse video for Inktober week 3. It's a bit shorter than the past couple of weeks, which is good both from how long it took to actually draw it and from editing, and I'm hoping the smaller number will get a few more views for me, because I'm sure seeing the 20 or 30 minute videos that the last two were scared a lot of people away. This week I was going to do the part 2 of Persephone, the week 1 that I did, and if you haven't seen that one, I will link it for you to watch after this one. I would love for you to check it out. But I decided I wanted to take it just a little bit easier with something a little simpler, and let myself plan that one out just a little bit more, and I think I'm going to tackle that one next week. And I also had the idea for this one, and I just got so excited about it that I didn't want to put it off for a week and work on something that I wasn't quite so excited about, because I think both of the pieces would suffer if I did that. So I just went with it. I followed the inspiration, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. To explain, this is a kind of witchy hand. I love how it's classified as witchy just because she has pointy nails, but it's a witchy hand holding a tarot card, and I knew I wanted to do a tarot card. They're kind of classically a witchy symbol, but I love tarot cards. I think they're so beautiful. I think the history of them is interesting. They're kind of an occult thing and sort of taboo still, but I think something like that can only hold as much power as you give it, so I think they're pretty cards, and that's about as deep as it gets for me. So I knew I wanted to have her holding a tarot card, but I had to decide which one, because there are like 72 of them. So I went on Google and took a BuzzFeed quiz called What Tarot Card Am I?, which was kind of fun and goofy. And I think it's so funny. The tarot card that I am, based on my personality, is apparently death, which I think is hilarious. The reasoning, the description behind it is as follows. I'm reading from the website. You can be a bit intense and find yourself drawn to dark and mysterious things. You've been through a lot and have probably seen your fair share of endings, but probably cope with it through humor. On top of that, you are surprisingly easygoing. You're open to change, try not to let past baggage weigh you down, and seek out new experiences. Which I think all of that is pretty accurate. I think the death card is also a pretty common misconception with tarot. People think it's like a bad omen that means you're gonna die or somebody close to you is gonna die, but it doesn't really symbolize, physical death. It more so symbolizes the end of something and the opening of a new door. A lot of times the death card is just symbolizing the ending of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. One thing that I love about tarot cards, just the cards themselves, not the act of pulling cards or, any divination kind of stuff, is that the art is jam-packed with symbols, and every deck comes with a little booklet that tells you kind of what each card means and points out details that you might not notice if it didn't otherwise. And it's kind of like old Elizabethan paintings. They're so jam-packed with symbolism in the same way. Those were basically propaganda posters. We think they're just portraits, but every detail matters, and it's the same with tarot cards, and I think the art is just so beautiful and so much thought and care goes into them. I think it's a really overlooked bit of art history, but I just think it's really interesting, and you can tell so much about the different cultures. There are different origins of decks, different regions and stuff like that, based on different mythologies. How many times can I say different? So anyway, based off of that BuzzFeed quiz that says my personal card is death, I decided to do the death card, and I wanted to incorporate a bit of nature, and I remembered that there's this moth called the Death's Head Hawk moth, and it's this giant, I'll put a picture here. It looks like this, and as you can see, the back of it kind of looks like a human skull. So I drew from that, literally I drew from it, and designed the card around it and accentuated the human skull much more than the actual moth has. That kind of brings out more of the death aspect. So that is about all I have to say. Oh, at the end I accidentally smear the bottom of it, and I am so upset about it, but I just kind of turned it into a shadow, and it's not something I intended to be there, but ink is not very forgiving. If you put it in the wrong spot, there's no way to undo it. So I just kind of went with it, and I hope it doesn't ruin the entire piece, but you know, life happens, I guess. I'm still really bitter. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you decide to go figure out what tarot card you are, I would love to know. Please share that with me, so write that down in the description, because I think it's really funny. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see more content like this, I would love to have you as part of my little growing family. Please hit the subscribe button down there, and if you liked the video, I would love a thumbs up. It really means a lot to me. It's the highlight of my day anytime somebody subscribes. I think I have 17 subscribers now, which is really fun. So yeah, I would love to have you as part of the little weird artsy family we got going here. So thank you so much. I'll see you next time.